Hey everyone, welcome back to English Connect. Oh my goodness, I am genuinely thrilled you're here with us today.
Hello, beautiful people. Wow, seriously, thank you for choosing us today. We've got something really special planned for you.
I'm Sophia, and today we're going to have an honest, maybe even a little bit uncomfortable conversation about fitness, but I promise it'll be worth it.
And I'm Jason. Look, here on English Connect, we don't just teach you textbook English. We give you the real stuff, the conversations actual native speakers have every single day. And if today's episode speaks to you, if it resonates or inspires you or makes you laugh, smash that like button and subscribe.
Yes, because every like, every subscription, every comment truly helps us reach more learners like you who are working hard to master English.
All right, everyone, real talk for a second. Today, we're diving into exercise and fitness. And I know, some of you just rolled your eyes.
I saw that. Oh, great, another lecture about working out. But wait, this is different. We're not here to make you feel guilty or tell you to wake up at 5 a.m. for a brutal workout.
Absolutely not. We're here to have an honest conversation about why staying active is so hard, why most people quit, and how to actually make fitness work in your real, messy, busy life.
Because here's the truth. Exercise shouldn't feel like torture. It shouldn't feel like punishment. And if it does, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. So here's what we're doing today. First, we're going to break down the biggest fitness lies and myths that keep people stuck.
Then we'll share some game-changing mindset shifts that make exercise feel completely different, like you might actually start enjoying it. Wild, I know.
We'll teach you powerful vocabulary and expressions that native speakers use when talking about working out, staying healthy, and pushing through challenges.
And finally, we've got a challenge that's going to surprise you. It's not what you think.
So take a breath, get comfortable, maybe grab some water.
And let's have a real conversation about exercise, your body, and what it actually means to be fit. Ready?
Sophia, before we dive in, confession time. Did you work out today, or are you a total hypocrite right now?
Oh, wow, coming in hot with the honesty. Okay, yes, I did work out, but honestly, I really didn't want to. I almost talked myself out of it 3 times.
See? That's what I love. You're being real. I went for a run this morning, but I'm not going to pretend I bounced out of bed excited. I literally negotiated with myself for 10 minutes.
Right? And that's exactly where we need to start this conversation.
Okay, Sophia, brutal honesty time. Why do most people absolutely hate exercise?
Because we've been lied to. We've been told that exercise has to be intense, painful, exhausting, and that if you're not dripping sweat and suffering, it doesn't count.
Yes, that no pain, no gain mentality has literally ruined fitness for millions of people. They think exercise equals punishment.
Exactly. So they try to go from zero to hero overnight. They sign up for a gym membership, plan to go every single day, buy all the gear, and then crash and burn within a week.
And then they feel like failures. They blame themselves. They think, I'm just not disciplined enough, or I'm lazy, when really the approach was completely wrong from the start.
So here's the first truth bomb. You do not need to exercise for an hour every day. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights or do insane workouts.
Thank you. Movement is what matters. 10 minutes of walking is better than 0 minutes of suffering on a treadmill you hate.
Oh my gosh, yes. And here's what nobody tells you. The hardest part isn't the exercise itself. The hardest part is just starting.
Ooh, say more about that. What do you mean?
Think about it. Have you ever regretted a workout after you finished it? Probably not. But how many times have you regretted not working out?
Wow, that's actually profound. I've never once finished a run and thought, ugh, I wish I hadn't done that. Never.
Right? So the real challenge is getting yourself to start. And that's why I'm obsessed with the 5-minute rule.
Okay, explain the 5-minute rule because I think this could change someone's life right now.
It's simple. When you don't feel like exercising, tell yourself you only have to do 5 minutes. That's it. Just 5 minutes and then you can stop.
And what happens?
9 times out of 10, once you start, once you're moving, once those endorphins start flowing, you keep going because starting is the only hard part.
That's genius. You're basically tricking your brain into getting past the resistance.
Exactly. Your brain is dramatic. It makes starting seem like this huge, impossible thing. But once you're in motion, it's actually fine.
Okay, so let's talk about the biggest excuse. I don't have time. What do you say to that?
I call that excuse out immediately. You don't have 20 minutes in your entire day? Really? Let's be honest here.
Ooh, you're not playing around today. But you're right. If someone tracked their screen time on their phone, they'd probably be horrified.
Exactly. Most people spend more time scrolling social media before bed than it would take to do a quick workout.
So it's not really about time, it's about priorities. And let's be real, it's about fear.
Yes, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of being uncomfortable, fear of looking stupid. Fear is the real obstacle, not time.
So how do you deal with that fear?
You start so small that failure is basically impossible. Like your goal for day 1 is literally just putting on your workout clothes. That's it.
Wait, seriously? That's the whole goal?
Yes, because you're building the habit, the identity. You're becoming the kind of person who works out. The actual exercise intensity comes later.
I love this because it removes all the pressure. There's no way to fail at putting on athletic clothes.
Exactly. Day 2, maybe you put on workout clothes and do 5 minutes of stretching. Day 3, maybe a 10-minute walk. You're stacking tiny wins.
And before you know it, 3 months later, you're someone who exercises regularly and you don't even know how it happened.
Yes, because you didn't try to transform overnight. You just showed up consistently for yourself in small ways.
Okay, controversial question. Is it okay to hate working out?
Ooh, I love this question. Yes and no. Here's what I mean. You might hate running. That's fine. Don't run. But you cannot hate all movement.
Right, because there are literally hundreds of ways to move your body. Running, dancing, swimming, hiking, cycling, yoga, martial arts, rock climbing, basketball, tennis.
Walking, gardening, playing with your kids, roller skating, jumping rope, hula hooping. Like, come on, if you hate exercise, you just haven't found your thing yet.
That's such a good point. Stop forcing yourself to do exercise you despise. Life's too short.
And here's another thing. Exercise doesn't have to be formal. You don't need a gym membership or special equipment.
Yes, some of my best workouts have been hiking with friends or dancing in my living room like an absolute lunatic.
I love that image. And that's the point. Movement should bring you joy, or at least satisfaction, not misery.
So let's talk about something deeper. Why does exercise actually matter beyond just looking good?
Oh, I'm so glad you're asking this. Because if your only reason for exercising is appearance, you're gonna struggle. That motivation is too shallow. It won't sustain you.
So what's the deeper reason?
Energy, mental health, confidence, longevity, the ability to play with your kids or grandkids, the ability to travel and explore without getting exhausted, the ability to live fully.
Wow. Yeah, that hit different. Exercise is literally about being able to enjoy your life.
Exactly. It's about being strong enough and healthy enough to do the things you love for as long as possible.
And the mental health component is huge. When I don't exercise for a week, I notice my mood crashes, my anxiety spikes, my sleep gets worse.
Same. Exercise is like free therapy. It regulates your emotions, reduces stress, improves sleep, boosts confidence. It's honestly miraculous.
So, if someone listening is struggling with stress, anxiety, depression, low energy, the first thing I'd suggest is just move your body for 10 minutes.
It won't solve everything, but it genuinely helps, and it's something you have control over when other things feel chaotic.
Okay, real talk about motivation. How do you stay consistent when motivation disappears?
Oh, this is key. You can't rely on motivation. Motivation is like a bad boyfriend that shows up when it feels like it and disappears when you need it most.
That's hilarious and accurate.
You need systems, not motivation. You need habits, routines, environmental design. Make it so easy that you do it even when you don't feel like it.
Give me an example of that.
Okay, so I put my workout clothes out the night before. When I wake up, they're right there. I don't have to think, I don't have to decide. I just put them on automatically.
That's smart. You're removing friction, removing decisions. What else?
I have a specific time I always exercise, same time every day. It's not whenever I feel like it, it's scheduled like an important meeting I can't miss.
And I bet on days you don't feel like it, you still do it because it's just part of your routine, right?
Exactly. I brush my teeth even when I don't feel like it. Same energy.
I love that. Exercise is not optional self-care, it's basic maintenance.
Yes, you wouldn't skip brushing your teeth for a week and expect your mouth to be fine. Same with your body.
What about people who say they're too out of shape to start exercising?
That's like saying you're too dirty to take a shower. Exercise is how you get in shape. You don't have to already be fit to start.
Right. Everyone, literally everyone, starts somewhere. Even professional athletes were beginners once.
And honestly, where you start doesn't matter at all. What matters is that you start and that you keep going.
One more thing I want to address. Rest days. Are they lazy or necessary?
Oh, absolutely necessary. Rest is when your body actually gets stronger. You break down muscle during exercise, you build it during recovery.
So rest isn't the opposite of productivity, it's part of the process.
Exactly. And if you're exhausted or in pain, pushing through is actually stupid and dangerous, not admirable.
Listen to your body. Push yourself, yes, but also respect your limits and take care of yourself.
Okay, final thoughts before we move on. What would you say to someone who's tried and failed at fitness multiple times?
I'd say failure is just information. It's feedback. It's telling you what doesn't work for you. It doesn't mean you're broken or incapable.
Beautiful. And I'd add that maybe you were trying to be someone else instead of designing a fitness approach that works for your actual life and personality.
Stop comparing yourself to Instagram fitness people. Build something sustainable for you, not something impressive for others.
Perfect. Your body is your home for the entire life. Treat it with respect, kindness, and consistency. All right, everyone, let's learn some powerful vocabulary that native English speakers use all the time when talking about fitness.
First up, work out. This is the most common way to say exercise. I need to work out today, or I worked out this morning.
Next, get in shape. This means to become fit and healthy. I want to get in shape for my wedding, or it took me 3 months to get in shape.
Here's a great one. Push yourself. This means to challenge yourself and work harder. Come on, push yourself. You've got this.
This phrase, break a sweat, this means to exercise hard enough that you start sweating. That workout really made me break a sweat.
Love this idiom. Get back on the horse. This means to try again after failing or stopping. I stopped exercising for a month, but today I'm getting back on the horse.
And this one, feel the burn. This describes that muscle fatigue feeling during exercise. Keep going, feel the burn, that's when you know it's working.
Last one. Hit the gym. This means to go exercise, usually at a gym. I'm going to hit the gym after work today.
These phrases will make you sound natural and confident when talking about fitness in English.
All right, here comes your challenge, and I promise it's not scary.
We want you to comment below with your honest answer to this question. What's one type of movement that actually sounds fun to you?
Not what you think you should do, not what looks impressive, what genuinely sounds enjoyable or at least interesting.
Maybe it's dancing in your room, or walking in nature, or trying a skateboard, or learning martial arts, or swimming, or literally anything.
And then your second part of the challenge, do that thing for just 5 minutes this week. 5 minutes. That's your only goal.
We'll read every comment and cheer you on. And remember, you're not committing to become a fitness influencer. You're just moving your body for 5 minutes in a way that doesn't make you miserable.
Here's what I want you to understand. You are capable. You are worthy of feeling strong and energized and healthy.
Your body is not your enemy. It's not something to punish or fix or hate. It's the incredible vehicle that carries you through life.
So treat it well. Move it, feed it, rest it, appreciate it.
Hit that like button if this episode resonated with you. Subscribe to English Connect for more real conversations in English.
And seriously, drop your comment below. What movement sounds fun? We're genuinely excited to read them.
Thank you for being part of this amazing community. We're here with you, learning and growing together.
Keep showing up for yourself. Keep moving forward. See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.